Upstairs, rips one into the night. Deep into right.
Moves to the right. It goes directly to Clement. Clement reverses it. And the pass goes into the end zone.
To Nick Foles.
It's a touchdown by Nick Foles.
He scores! Keith Prino is able to win it. And the Flyers win the title.
Can he get it off? Yes! And the Sixers win it!
Welcome back, everybody. We have another live edition of Talking 215 from Billy Pistols Basement Saloon. Jake, I'm excited to be back. I'm excited. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about tonight. A lot of cool things that we're doing, and some more breaking news. I know that sounds crazy. We've got a lot on you.
It's a weekly occurrence here.
We have big things coming your way now, tonight, and hopefully for the next month or two. So jumping right into it, our new partner, it's Tackle Up. You can find them at tackleup.net, has given us a promo code that is good for 15% off site-wide.
Site-wide, baby.
And we are modeling these shirts tonight. Tackle Up logo front. Let's give them a twirl.
Why not? So you're rocking the Bethany Beach. Yep, beautiful view there. Move the mic a little bit.
Chillin' Bones.
The old
action.
Chillin' Bones. I've got their limited release, their Philly Boat Show. It's got the American flag.
Two Marlins
Liberty
around
Bell.
a bell. That's a
Marlins.
That's a really cool logo.
I mean, Marlins it's America's fish.
Yeah.
Really, if you're going to be talking about fish, Marlin, that's an American fish.
Around the Liberty Bell, it's the
patriotic
symbol of the birthplace of our nation.
Exactly.
It's Philadelphia. And speaking of, if you are in the area, it is March 15th to March 17th.
Yeah.
Philly Boat Show.
Great time.
If you like boats.
If you like boats, it's the show for you.
If you like Philadelphia and you just want something to do, we still have a bunch of tickets to give away. We want to send you.
You want to go? We're sending you out there. Let us know sooner rather than later. You know, I'd love to get you these tickets over to you and all. And right now, I'm saying let us know sooner rather than later. Right now, you get 2 tickets for the price of 1. And so I know it's free to you, but help us out. Let us know now so that we save half the money.
Or that could be.
But we'll still send you later.
That could be 2 entries if you want to go Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. It's good for two days on 1 ticket or 2 people for 1 day.
So definitely make sure to head over to tackleup.net. Use promo code Talking215 during the checkout. It is free shipping over $70. You get 15% off. And the stuff's cool.
Yeah, I mean, high quality stuff. Like, I'm sleeping in this.
I
like,
wore
it's
this.
soft. It's breathable. Like, anytime in the summer, you're on the golf course, you're talking like you don't want to have the farmer's tan anymore.
Yeah, you
throw this on under your polo.
Absolutely. I was thinking the same thing. And my dog earlier today got her claw stuck in it. I was so worried it was going to tug, pull. There's no marks.
Nothing.
They're
no, you know,
builds.
both of our dogs, high energy.
Yeah.
You know, jumping up, going nuts. She got, paw prints all over me, washed away easily
to wipe
looks
off,
brand new. It's, it's high quality stuff, 50 plus UPF, sun protection. So, obviously the time, like, people worried about melanoma, people worried about just getting a bad sunburn and everything. This will fix all of that. You throw it on, you're protected, wrist to neck to belly to gut, whatever. Tackleup.net, a lot of really good stuff. Just check it out. I know you have either people in your life that are fishermen, fisher women, people that just like being outdoors in the sun. This is the apparel that you need to go to. And soft opening on Good Friday.
Good Friday. You don't have to take our word for it. Go down, check them out, look at the stuff in person.
Yeah, if you can't make the Philly Boat Show, but you're going down and get a place in the Delaware Beaches area, you're heading down for the holidays, head on down. Good Friday, the soft opening.
It's down in Bethany.
Right off of Garfield.
Right off of Garfield. Go check them out. They're going to have a lot of other stuff too. It's going to be way more that's on their site. They got hoodies, they got sunglasses, they got boat shoes. They're going to have it all.
Yeah. No, it's a great time, great product. Definitely check them out. We appreciate partnering up with them. And obviously we broke the news last week that, through them and through our wonderful partners over at Delaware Orthopedic Specialists, we were able to acquire an entirely extra Sunday ticket package that we're using exclusively for giveaways. We have bought an entire extra package. And so we have the tickets that if we, for some reason, can't make it to a game, we're not selling them on the secondary market or anything. We're giving them out. So you have at least a guarantee of 2 tickets being given out every Sunday Phillies game. And then you might have another 3, might have another 1 or 2 given away on top of that if we can't make it to our tickets as well. And then we're going to be using that package to be able to acquire extra postseason tickets. We're going to be giving away those as well. I mean, these are tickets in the postseason that are going for hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get in to the postseason for probably under $300.
I mean, Jake, I know you went to a bunch of games in the postseason last year. So did I. I was walking past people saying, "This is my entire paycheck."
Oh yeah,
just for him and his buddy, him and his girlfriend, or a girl's night out, $600-700 to go to these games.
Easy.
You can get it for free.
Yeah. Speaking about the money to go to these games, I do have a major bone to pick with John Middleton. It is an utter travesty that you have gotten rid of the Hatfield Dollar Dog Night. What the hell is wrong with you?
We hate it.
I don't care if people were throwing hot dogs at cripples. I don't care. And they weren't, first of all. They were throwing hot dogs to people that couldn't get their damn hot dogs because the lines were so long because you were unprepared. And so you replace it with buy one, get one hot dog nights. First of all, that should be every night. For the prices you're charging for these concessions, it's insane. I hate Atlanta and their sports teams. I mean, overall, I hate every team out of Atlanta. Yeah. But I will tell you, they have it right with their concessions. Mm-hmm. I saw this post, and I've talked to people actually at those games. For $20, you can get, it's like 2 hot dogs, 2 fries, 2 drinks, and a pretzel for $20. You're not getting an over-the-pants handy for $20 in the Citizens Bank bathroom. I mean, it's nuts.
You walk in, and they hand you the free towel, and that's cost you $20.
Yeah, I mean, I've used single-ply toilet paper that's thicker than this free towel. Look, I'll take free stuff at a game anytime. True. I'll weasel my way.
I would also take dollar dogs back.
Yeah, look, the cripples. Look, to be honest, the cripples were asking for it. Yeah. The cripples, they were asking for the hot dogs to be thrown at them because at least they get a free dog. I mean, look, they were leaving them in the wrapper. If somebody hits me with a dog wrapped in tinfoil, I'm turning around. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Hit me with another wiener, please.
I mean, you could bring that vehicle out and blast me in the face with the hot dog cannon, and I'd be like, thank you for the free hot dog.
I mean, there's a reason that I'm called the Glizzy Gladiator.
Yeah.
Like, handy, eh? I mean, for $20, why not?
But golly. Buy one, get one. A hot dog at the bank costs what, $13?
Yeah, it's something insane. The jumbo, and is it the jumbo Frank that you're getting? I doubt it. I doubt
really
you're getting the jumbo
for
Frank.
$6.50 a dog. I'm just gonna not do it.
Like, you have your money. Yeah. Like, I did the math last year, and I'm just looking at face value only. There's 48,000 seats at Citizens Bank Park, and I figure at face value alone, it's averaging probably for the postseason ticket, probably $200 to $400 per ticket. Like, because you have the Diamond Club that are thousands of dollars, and then you have the top level at face level, you're looking at $150. So it's probably averaging out to $400.
The cheapest ticket for the championship series was going for, I believe, $360.
No, but I'm saying at face value. So like, they're not making the money on the secondary market and everything, but they're selling out every single face value ticket. So you figure 48,000 seats with an average of, let's say, $350 per ticket face value.
All right. I'd up it, but I'll let you have it.
This might even be lowballed. They are making almost $17 million on ticket prices alone. Mm-hmm. And that's not including the reverse mortgage you got to take out to get a beer, the kidney you have to sell to get a hot dog, the child you have to sell to get a Chickies and Pete's crab fry. Like, you are making your money, and to get rid of Dollar Dog Night, and they're like, oh, we want to make sure it's, an enjoyable and safe atmosphere for all of our fans. Since when has Philadelphia been safe for anybody?
Well, I'll tell you what, Jake, Talking 215 is going to be at those parking lot tailgates.
Yeah.
Maybe we just bring.
Oh no, I'm commissioning. I'm commissioning a massive sign.
Yeah.
Hashtag BB double D. Bring back Dollar Dogs.
I love
Hashtag
that.
double B double D, and getting as many signatures on that as well. And we're in talks right now. We little sneak preview. Oh, don't even know if I told you this yet. I don't think I've told you this yet. I'm in talks with a couple of people of Talking 215 is going to have a charity Dollar Dog Night at least one of our tailgates.
I love
where
that.
We're selling dollar dogs at the tailgate. All the proceeds go to charity. And we're going to have our own little Dollar Dog Night. You come on by, we're going to have thousands of dogs.
Love that.
Just slinging wieners out in the G
We might have
G lot.
We might have some bold fans who sneak a pocket dog in and chuck it at a cripple. I don't know. We can figure that out. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Oh, you kidding me? I'm 1,000% bringing a pocket dog in.
Oh, pocket dogs all around. Maybe a pocket of tater tots too.
Why not?
throw it back.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're going like there's hamburgers and French fries,
Yep.
and there's hot dogs and tater tots.
Yes.
Like tater tots is the side of a hot dog.
Listen, you heard it first here on Talking 215. Get your cargo shorts ready, everybody. Pocket dogs and tater tots for everyone.
Everyone. And look, it's all going to a good charity and everything. Mighty Max pocket dog for sure. Look, I wear these EMS pants at work that have many, many pockets. And there, when I worked in the Outer Banks, we would take patients, hospitals hours away, 2-3 hours away. If I knew, and it's not like emergent stuff, it's scheduled transports that we have to do. And I know, hey, we're leaving around 6. I'm going to be pretty hungry. I'd whip up a couple pocket dogs.
Yeah.
You just got a ketchup packet. You got a dog wrapped in tinfoil. It's getting extra steamy. It's steaming the bun in your pocket. Patients there, they're fine because they always are. And you're sitting behind them. You whip out a little pocket dog. I mean, what else are you going to do? I've offered them to the patient. Hey, you want a pocket dog?
I mean, the 7 P's of preparation. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. You know you're in for the long haul.
And then the last P, pocket dog.
Yeah, pocket. Oh, a PD. PD. That it?
PD.
PD.
There you go.
You know, be ready. Be ready, fans, because pocket dogs are coming back to Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Dollar dogs are coming back.
We're gonna need the producer to clip "Steam in the Bun" in your pocket.
Steam in the bun.
Just have a new sound drop. "Steam in the Bun" in your pocket.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, but that's a serious John Middleton. Like you added Middleman. It's Middleton and Middleman as the two majority owners of the Phillies, both multi-billionaires, and you're getting rid of Dollar Dog Night. I'm sure somebody that is the insurance provider for Citizens Bank Park said, listen, you need to get rid of this. It's going to be a liability when somebody hurls a wiener and it takes somebody's eye out.
Yeah.
And but is that not Philadelphia?
I mean, wieners to the IP
You're
never
calling
fun, but you're running that risk. You're coming into the bank.
You're calling Krasno, and Onward Injo saying, Krasno, I caught a wiener to the eye. You're going to see a new billboard. Do you ever see like the injured at work?
Yeah.
Call Top Dog Law. I mean, Top Dog, talk about pocket dog law. You're getting a pocket dog to the eye.
Wiener to the face. Help me.
That's going to be the new billboard. Wiener to the face, Top Dog Law. And it's going to be a lawyer in a bun. I mean, look, hire me right there. Top Dog, not a sponsor. Should be.
I mean, like D-volt batteries, I get it. Confiscate them. We're animals. But hot dogs, like, how deadly is a hot dog?
Exactly. They weren't throwing it on the field.
No.
And again, they were throwing it. Alan Wrenchdown. Hashtag Alan Wrenchdown. They were throwing it at people that couldn't get their hot dogs because the lines were over our weight. They were just like, hey, here.
Some guy
you weren't able to get one. I got 12. Here's 3.
Yeah, they're buying them. And that would be like the next step here is in the playoffs. You know, we had a couple of players' wives buy a whole bunch of beer and pass it out to sections. Or what are you going to do? Tell the beer guy that he can't sell more to this entire this woman wants to buy beer for the entire section. Pay it forward. Do a good thing. No, you can't do that. Take all the fun out of baseball. Take what makes Philly away from us. Like, please, if you're gonna make these stupid decisions, you might as well just make see-through pants for the players.
All right, I'm gonna set the over/under right now, and I seriously want people to actually put in their guesses and all. Like, we got listeners out there, and I'll even clip this so people that can see it will watch it. Over/under hot dogs that I sneak into Citizens Bank Park this season.
Oh, and
we got 14 games, right?
I will be there to count them. Everybody,
at least 14 games. Let's just set it through a 14 game mark.
14 games, okay.
I'm gonna set the over/under. I'm gonna set it at 27.5. Do I average 2 dogs per game snuck in? Because I'll have to saran wrap them. Can't tinfoil them for the metal detectors or whatever. So saran wrap, still fine wrap. Fine at prolonging the longevity of a dog, but I'm thinking, I mean, we got an over already. Like, I think I can hit the over.
I think.
I mean, I'm talking about just like a Batman belt of hot dogs.
Yeah. And listen up, everybody. I'm going to these games with him. I will keep him accountable. I will say, Jake, it's been 2 games since you snuck a dog in.
Yeah. And then I gotta catch up. 8 dogs in a game.
Yeah, you could do like the shotgun sling.
Yeah, I'm gonna look like Chewbacca with an old sling of dogs.
Yeah. Like we could
be out there in section 323.
Just throwing dogs.
Just housing dogs. Exactly. I remember one of the last games I was at.
I think you can easily bring 35.
I still had my facial paralysis last season. I'd be sitting there, Harvey Dent Two-Face, just chucking dogs down,
Just slamming them.
just slamming some
The
dogs.
Glizzy Gladiator himself.
Exactly,
Everybody.
and almost getting in fights. Like if Sean was on, he'd tell you, I don't hold back. If you're like, I'm not out there cussing. Like I keep a sense of decorum out there and everything, as all should. But if we got in this big argument with the San Diego Padres fan, just talking about how Tatis took steroids and all this stuff, and he wasn't about it, and he got all butt hurt.
Best heckle I've heard in my whole sporting career. It's game 1 against the Braves. We were sitting up high, didn't care. We loved to be there. 2 rows in front of us. Braves fans eating a salad, and this guy next to us did not let him hear that anything else.
Who's eating a salad at a ball game?
Who goes to a ballpark and eats a goddamn salad? Where's the fruit cup? It was just relentless. I mean,
Good.
we do it like no one else does it
Yeah.
in Philadelphia. That's why you love being there. There's stadiums where tickets cost $30. As much as I mean, there's a reason that you got to pay to get into the bank.
Yeah,
and the link. Because
I mean, look, like obviously the series against the Diamondbacks was embarrassing, and we choked it away.
Yes.
But like we were buying sections of tickets just to make sure that they couldn't sell at their ballpark, because you could get tickets for $7 a piece to go to the NLCS in Arizona.
It was cheaper to fly there, get a hotel and the ticket than attend in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
For not even the championship series, for the division.
Well, it was the CS. We play the Braves in the NLDS.
No, I know, but like the ticket for that Braves game was still more expensive than the Arizona.
Oh yeah, no, even in Atlanta, yeah.
So
no, it's absurd. But either way, when that news broke today, obviously I was pretty upset as I'm a hot dog man, big hot dog guy.
Oh, I love them too.
And pretty upset that they dropped that news. I think everybody is. Nobody's really confident or happy that they've gotten rid of the dollar dogs. So we got a double B, double D, bring back dollar dogs. We're gonna be really championing that drive to make sure that we get it. And you can champion your friends out on the boat with Tackle Up gear.
Mm-hmm.
TackleUp.net, promo code Talking215 for 15% off all purchases over $70. All purchases over $70, free shipping.
And so for reference, these shirts that Jake and I are wearing go for about $45-$50. They have some t-shirts, they got some hats for a little bit cheaper, but it's great stuff. I would highly recommend you check it out.
Yeah.
And I know I'm pretty sure Jake has been wearing these for like 2 or 3 days. Not the same one.
No, we know we got our Philly dog fans out there.
Yeah.
All in Georgia. Georgia, if you know anything, they love fishing. They love being outside, and it's hot out there. So take advantage of this stuff. Like rep something from Philly. It's not anything Phillies. I know you're big Braves and all, but wear something like from a local business here. You're supporting your Philly dogs. You're supporting yourself, helping out with the sun protection, and you're wearing some great product. TackleUp.net. Promo code Talking215. And as always, if you or a loved one has any kind of injury, sports related or not, Delaware Orthopedic Specialist, the place to go. They're going to hook it up right. Dr. Mace was on the pod last night. Really looking forward to getting the clips out showing it. We talked a little Embiid, talked a little Andrew Painter, talked a little Bryce Harper, a little Sidney Brown. He provides some of the top-notch injury explanations you can get. Rivals anybody out there in the game. Kind of segueing over to the birds and all. We talked off air with the whole gang. We were remiss to not include it in the episode that's dropping tomorrow morning about this AJ Brown hopping on WIP. Yeah. I mean, I love that he called him out. I loved everything he had to say. The only thing I wish he did is excuse me. If you're going to sneeze, let it out.
Yeah. Preferably not on me next
time.
I
did. I got it on this lovely, breathable Tackle Up shirt. But if you're going to hop on something like that and you're going to talk about how terrible WIP is, then hop on Talking 215 and talk about WIP. Subtweet them essentially. Yeah, don't go give them the attention by hopping on their show.
AJ Brown, if you would like a platform to slam WIP on, our DMs are always open. Please slide in there.
And look, I have you
can talk about whatever you want.
For my lifetime, I've been a big WIP guy. I mean, Sports Radio 610 WIP Sports Update. Like that's what I grew up with. I remember like young age, we had this radio shit, like a shower radio. And I'd even like as a kid be like, I got to make sure I don't miss 610 WIP. Throwing the AM on like wherever I went. And it's just a shame what it's gone to now because they don't even say that they're journalists. They don't even try to go out there and be like, oh yeah, we're journalists. No, they're just like, hey, we're entertainers. We're like, because they're not journalists. And
it's borderline satirical what they're doing. Like they're just baiting people into this. It's clickbait. It's glorified clickbait in radio wave form. And a lot of people in the industry, a lot of creators like you and myself, a lot of people in radio are coming around to the fact that they're just poking fun at, they're pulling a thread with AJ Brown. He said, fine, you want to talk about this? Let's talk about that. He went on and demolished them. I mean, I was sitting there like a kid on Christmas, just excited to watch this present be unwrapped. And we riffed about this last night for probably an hour. It's just silly.
Yeah, but I mean, to Sean's point, at what point, like, it's a lot is to blame on the media. They make up these stories, they make up these rumors and portray them as if they're fact. But at what point is AJ Brown like completely not to blame? It seems like everybody's like, oh, AJ Brown can do no wrong. And Sean was like, AJ Brown could push like somebody out into traffic and they'd be like, oh, that's just AJ. Yeah. Like, no, like AJ Brown, like even before they were talking about it, everybody was kind of saying like how AJ Brown, there were some things that you didn't love about him.
Yeah.
As a player, phenomenal. Hope he finishes his career in Philadelphia. He's already in the conversation of best wide receiver in Philadelphia Eagles history. Mm-hmm. But it's like, there is something to be said in there. Like, he's not completely blameless or perfect about everything.
Well, there's always a line, Jake. Is like there is a breaking point. And I think now more than ever in the day and age of social media training of how to conduct yourself, we've seen a lot more accountability league-wide. How many good players are being released because of drink driving related charges or gun related charges, all this different stuff. There is a break point for AJ Brown.
Yeah, but he's so far. I mean, I'm waiting for WIP to try to throw in the gang affiliations like they did with Deshaun Jackson. Yeah. Like, there are some people out there that are just bad people, just pieces of shit that don't deserve to be in the NFL. AJ Brown is so far from that.
Well, he knows.
I mean, he's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
Like, he's a competitor. And look, I want the guy on the sideline yelling at people. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want a team full of Quez Watkins out there that are just like, whoops.
Yep.
Dropped another one. What are you going to do? And then talking all big on the keyboards. Oh, Jalen Hurts has my number. When he calls it, I'm ready. Well, mother effer, like, trying to be a little bit more professional here.
We've had
he called your number, and your number was right there for that divisional game or the wild card game, and you didn't do a damn thing.
We've had this conversation.
Left it on do not disturb.
Where different leaderships. You might want to get that before the cat attacks it. Different leaderships, different players are going to lead in different ways. We've talked about our disdain for Jalen Hurts being quiet on the sidelines, but also maybe the cameras aren't catching the full thing.
And do you want a player to be fake? Like, if he's not a super outspoken leader, do you want him to be that way just because you say that's what we want?
But if you take it in the continuum here, we have Jalen who is being calm. He's being measured. He's not blowing up on his newer teammates or the veterans. And then we have AJ Brown, who's been in the league, been around, played with a lot of different players on two different teams here, taking up that mantle. He's going to vocalize what he wants. He's going to say what he needs. And it's a little bit of like smoke, a little bit of fire here. It's two different leaders, two different captains on our team saying what needs to be said.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. And if it ever gets out of control, that's why we trust that they're paying a lot of money for a coaching staff and a wide receiver coach, an offensive coordinator, everyone, to all these mentors to reel him back into play. Say, hey, man, you crossed the line. But the way that he was acting this season, I'm okay with it. I would like to see him be a little bit more fiery if we think that Jalen is going to be the reserve one.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, I think Jalen is here to stay, obviously Jalen's here to stay. Yeah. I think AJ's here to stay, and there's just people that you need to stop listening to. You know, you got these morons like, oh, I know what was wrong with that Eagles locker room, but I'm not going to tell you. Like, what is that? And then you got Dan Cilio with Jack Off Media over there, just like being like, oh, well, the Eagles love this draft prospect. He's going to be the guy to replace AJ when they get rid of him. Like, he just throws stuff in there just for attention. I mean, the guy is not connected with anybody in the locker room. And there's only a handful of people that you really can trust in there. Like Jimmy Kempski, think he's a great reporter. He always gives it to you straight, unbiased, just like, hey, here's the factual Eagles information here. And then he'll even say like, and then here's my opinions on things. but it's just all in there. And you got, sorry, just getting some messages here. And then you got John Clark. Everybody knows, Take Off with John Clark's a great podcast. Really respect the work he does. Players seem to really love him and everything. It's like there's just a small handful of guys that you really enjoy. And then you got, Jeff McClain, who Fletcher Cox nearly punched in the locker room. Elliot Shore-Parks, that nobody really respects anymore. Really, right now, I'd say Howard Eskin is on the list of people I do respect right now. Like, he's one of the people that I'm normally so outside of, but he called out his own group at WIP, just saying, like, hey, guys, like, it is just embarrassing what you guys are attempting to do right now, trying to just talk about and make up these stories and throw out rumors as if they're fact and everything. And he called out the morning show. He called out the midday and afternoon show. He called them all out. And I respect the hell out of that for a guy that I don't usually respect. And Howard Eskin, he's really stepping up and doing a whole lot. So look, if you have any thoughts on anything, it's going to be a quicker episode tonight. Look, I got a 24-hour shift tomorrow in the morning, but if you have any thoughts or anything, call in lines right there. We'd love to get your takes on Jalen Hurts, on AJ Brown, on the Phillies, on the upcoming season. They were winners 5-0 today. You saw Schwarber yesterday back in the leadoff spot, like we know he's going to be. Unfortunately,
going to be our leadoff hitter. You went through your lineup last Thursday.
Yeah.
And as much as I want, your
And I will say Whit Merrifield is probably not going to be in the starting lineup. I mean, it was, the more I thought about it, Coach kind of talked to me last night.
Controversial.
No, it's not. And look, if he is, it's not out of the realm of possibility. They obviously brought him in for $8 million for, a super utility position. Most likely he's going to be that Bryson Stott replacement out there. Let's hope that Rob Thompson doesn't have just mud for brains like he did last year and thought that we can't play Bryson Stott against lefties when Bryson Stott had one of the best reverse splits in Major League Baseball and hit better against lefties than against righties for a large period of the season. But for some reason, we had to go with the old archaic mindset in baseball and say, Bryson Stott's a lefty. This pitcher's a lefty. Can't have him out there. No, Bryson Stott rakes against left-handed hitters. So if you have any thoughts on any of that, hop in on the call line. Love to get your opinion on everything. Want to talk to you real quick. Couple reports have come out this week with the upcoming NHL trade deadline that the Tampa Bay Lightning are very interested in Sean Walker and Nick Sealer as two guys.
I saw these reports. I saw that they are on the block. It's pending, conversations. What they think.
And that's the kind of players I could see them trading.
Yes.
They're obviously not going to be massive sellers. I know they kind of made the statement that they're going to be somewhat kind of sellers and everything. They're obviously, I don't believe they're in a position to buy. When people are out there saying, the Flyers need to be buyers of the trade deadline and everything, it's ridiculous because so many times you have fans that are in that mindset of, if we make the playoffs, we're back.
Yeah.
And that's so far from the truth. The Flyers are outperforming where they really are at talent level right now.
My stance going into this season. It's changed a little bit, but it's still ringing true. If we make the playoffs, I'm happy with this season. Good for a rebuilding team. Do I want to sell the farm? No, because I don't think that we're worst case scenario, we need to tank for picks thing. But I 100% agree with you. We're definitely not.
Trading. Why would you throw away?
We're not buying rentals. We're not making this push. The Flyers aren't going to get there this year. We can all accept
if they go on a magical run like they did in 2009, 2010, that's amazing.
Yeah.
We'd all love that. But don't go selling your future for a team that's outperforming right now, because really, you need more things we can get. We obviously saw the other night against Pittsburgh when we scored 6 or 7 goals in a losing game because Cal Peterson's out there and he's not an NHL goaltender.
Yeah.
You just see
he's been placed on waivers.
Cal Peterson was placed on waivers?
Yeah, I saw this 4 hours ago. Cal Peterson's been placed on waivers.
And who are we
that I don't know.
I mean, they probably brought somebody up then if he was placed on waivers. I'll look into this. Yeah, they placed Peterson on waivers there. Oh, and they called up Sandstrom.
Okay.
So Sandstrom will be the guy they're going to be calling up in his place. Look, I mean, it couldn't have come soon enough. He played so atrocious. I mean, 2 of those goals were all on the defense more than anything. I mean, we were really doing a terrible job with turnovers in our defensive zone and everything. And the defense is obvious that they play a large part in that problem about why we lost that game because, just around those turnovers. But Cal Peterson clearly played terrible. Excuse me. I'm just reading this article while I'm talking about it.
So what I want to see at the trade deadline from the Flyers, obviously we're not bringing in aging veterans. We're not bringing in high-priced rentals. And we're not trading away some of our developing core. I don't want to trade away a lot of the younger, still has some potential players. Unless, obviously, the caveat here is the price is too good to refuse. If you offered me a first-round pick for a younger player that some other team thinks, absolutely, whatever. But I think we hold. I think we stay. We keep this core intact. We let them grow a little bit because the Flyers window isn't this isn't the baseball farm system. This isn't the NFL where your starters last as long as they last. We have two years, and then we can be very competitive in the top of the Metro Division.
Yeah. I mean, we have a ton of goalie prospects.
Absolutely.
What, last year we drafted the top Canadian goalie prospect.
Number one most important thing in hockey is goaltending.
The year before, we drafted one of the best goalie prospects out of Europe, and then we drafted one of the best goalie prospects out of America this previous season. Like, we have goalie prospects in a time where we really need them, obviously.
And you let them matriculate. And you let them grow together. Because if there's nothing we need, if there's nothing that we're going to jettison, I also would really like to hope, we talked about this, Konechny, some of our older players, some of our second defensive pairing, I want to keep them around.
Yeah.
I want them to play under the current regime. I want them to, when these new kids come up into the system, know what they're working with.
Yeah.
Philadelphia we talked about this.
Bobby Brink came up, had a big goal, first goal of the game for that Philly Tampa Bay game.
Get that experience in, get that comfortability with the city of Philadelphia, because these people 2 years from now are going to be teaching the prospects that we're calling up.
No, we have some big names coming. I mean, Ali Bonk.
Yeah.
What a hockey name that is. Ali Bonk. Top tier hockey name. Obviously, Michkov is going to be coming up in 2025, most likely.
No, he's
2026. I mean, I think he's going to be 2025.
No, he's 2 years on his KHL contract, so he's not stateside eligible.
Okay.
But close. It's one of the two, 2025, 2026.
Yeah.
But
you got a number of different guys that are going to be coming up making a difference here for this team. And you have a young team. Jamie Drysdale, unfortunately, got injured the other day, and he's a massive defensive pairing, right-handed defenseman. But that's kind of been the name of his game. That's the reason why Anaheim was willing to get rid of him, because he has such an injury history. I've said a million times, he's a better Shane Gostisbehere.
Yeah.
And you're going to see that if he can stay healthy. You're going to see him really take advantage and really be that overtime demon out there, the one guy back, just because he's such an offensive presence. And you're going to see him really kind of maintain that top power play unit that stinks right now. I mean, the Flyers power play is just atrocious.
Yes.
I mean, when they are scoring, they scored as many goals shorthanded as they did on the power play against the Penguins the other night. They have something like 18 shorthanded goals and 25 power play goals, something like that. Like, it's insane. Like, the Flyers power play is just atrocious. So, we're just be looking for Jonesy and Danny B to continue to try and change this team around and get some young star players in here and just slowly rebuild this. And then later, when you see it's a little bit more sustainable, then you can go be a buyer.
Yeah.
And then make that splash move when you've already made the postseason a couple years consecutively. You see that you're at top of the Metro, or you're fighting for top of the Metro. And you've already spent your high draft capital, already used your high draft picks, and you can be like, all right, now let's go out there and make a splash play.
Well, and that's the name of the game here is, are we one good player away from a Stanley Cup? Absolutely not.
No.
So we're not going to spend that capital. Keep it, save it, develop it. But I do want to, real quick, I had a quick question, or not a question. I had
What'd you have?
Posit last night on our pre-recorded show, and I want to get your thoughts on it.
Okay.
My dark horse hot take for the Phillies season: Bryce Harper wins the Golden Glove at first base.
There it is.
What do you think about that?
I mean, look, he's the best defensive first baseman the Phillies have had since Jim Thome. I mean, like, he's obviously better than Tommy Joseph, Ryan Howard, Reese Hoskins, Alec Boehm. Like, you name anybody that's been at first since Thome, he's better than them in those positions. And he's obviously got the heart to go out there and leave everything on the field. So it's not out of the realm of possibility for him to go out there and get a Gold Glove. I expect him to play 145 plus games this year.
I think
140 to 150 games is his max. He's going to be out there making big plays. You saw the first game that he played at first last year. Jump into the media camera
booth.
Yeah.
I think it's totally possible. And I think if he stays healthy, if he doesn't have to wear that brace too much, he's absolutely a candidate for it.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get it. I'm confident in this. And, if I see you pulling up your app there, if you want to lock in something.
Why not?
If you want to tell people Bryce Harper's winning the Golden Glove. You heard it here first on Talking 215, courtesy of Billy Pistols.
Nothing wrong with that. No, I mean, and my big hot take was that Bryson Stott is going to be one of the first Philly since Richie Ashburn to win the batting title. All right, we got Rob in Wilmington. Stand by 1 second, Rob. Go ahead. Welcome on Talking 215. Thanks for tuning in.
What's up, Rob?
Hey guys, great show.
Appreciate it. So, what do you got to say?
I want to talk a little bit about Nick Sirianni.
Why not?
I'll grip it and rip it, bud.
And so, Nick Sirianni, the combine was this past week, and him and Howie were out there. And bringing back to your point about listening to WIP, I'm an avid WIP listener myself.
Yep.
I kind of agree with the sentiment that Nick Sirianni really, what does he do exactly? I know that's kind of bringing back some things from, this past season, but I kind of agree with what they're saying because, when he first came into the Eagles organization, he was looked at as Harry High School, rah, rah, rah. And I have not been able to look past that since this past season.
Yeah.
Without,
But was it a big problem when they were winning though? Nothing's a
Oh
problem.
no, it never is.
I never really complained about Jalen Hurts being stoic on the sideline until they were losing.
Yeah.
And then I didn't like it. Winning cures everything.
I mean, 10
winning does cure
I'm
everything.
fine with him being quiet on the sidelines
Yeah.
after a pick. But when we're
It's
down
just-
2 scores and losing 3 games in a row, then I'm furious.
It's just funny how that always manifests when.
Well,
like
Rob,
you said,
let
winning-
me ask you this:
Mhm.
Are you a fan of Jason Kelsey?
Absolutely.
Do you trust pretty much anything he says as just the letter of the law true?
I mean, most things, yes.
Okay.
Not like everything.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm a ride or die with Kelsey,
Yeah.
and he said multiple times that there is just that Nick Sirianni in his career is the best head coach about knowing exactly what to say and do in every situation. He said he has his finger on the pulse of the team, and he's able to pull all of the right strings and push all the right buttons. And obviously, while that might all be great, winning cures everything. And I said on this live show when the season first ended that, gun to my head, I'd probably fire Nick Sirianni solely because of the amount of talent that it was out there for head coaching candidates. And if he doesn't do a good job this season, you already have the next head coach in Kellen Moore as the offensive coordinator. So he is on the ultimate hot seat. But look, I'm going to trust what Jason Kelsey had to say. I'm going to trust what Fletcher Cox had to say when he was asked about it in his postseason exit interview with all of the media members and everything. And he nearly punched Jeff McClain for even bringing it up. This was an issue that obviously falls on the head coach because he's the head coach. No matter what happens with his coaching staff, it ultimately is his responsibility. But they had no adjustments all season long. They just tried to do the same exact thing. The things we were complaining about week 1 were the things that we saw come to fruition in weeks 12 through 18. And so it's on him for not adjusting and everything. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
There it is.
And give him the opportunity to try to change things around. But he is on an extremely short leash and an extremely hot seat. I mean, thin ice, hot blades can't be stated enough for Nick Sirianni.
I can agree with that, but I just don't understand what the purpose of him going out to the combine this week to be in front of people that, the media that interviews them, when clearly the dude does not know how to handle himself in front of the media. He's so deathly afraid of saying the wrong thing.
No,
I just don't understand why the Eagles.
I don't think that's
I just don't understand why the Eagles want to parade this guy out in front of everybody to look like a dummy.
You already know what he does at the combine because he plays basketball. He plays pop shot with the people that they interview. He plays rock, paper, scissors with these guys. I mean, he's out there trying to find out who's a competitor. Yeah. Who's competitive out there? Is he talking trash? Am I talking back? I mean, you've all heard the quotes. He's out there to meet these players because he is the CEO type head coach. And while I don't think you can put him in the same class as a Harbaugh or as a Tomlin, He's not in that class whatsoever, but you got to give him the opportunity with a coaching staff that is a little bit better than the one we had last year. Because look, you saw what he was able to do with Jonathan Gannon and Shane Steichen. And last year we were the last team to be able to make these hires because we were in the Super Bowl and we had the two coordinators poached last out of every NHL team. So we were picking bottom of the barrel guys. This year we fired both of them as soon as we could. And we got our two guys that we wanted. We got our 1A and 1A on offense and defense with Vic Fangio and Kellen Moore. So having an offensive and defensive coaching staff that's a much higher level than Sean Desai, Matt Patricia, and Brian Johnson, I'm going to see what he can do, because when he had a somewhat competent group, they were a Super Bowl team.
Well, you see the prop
here. The big thing is some coaches can get fired for their frontward-facing presence. Wink, wink, Urban Meyer. But that's also because of record. We're forgetting here that Nick Sirianni is. Oh yeah,
they're 10-1. Throughout the middle of the season.
In the regular
season. Absolutely.
If he
one of the winningest coaches in his first three seasons. He's made the postseason in every season in his first three seasons.
He's won twice as many games as he's lost. If you continue to produce, and keep in mind, this record is with a bevy of different coaches, coordinators.
Exactly. Because the problem is that the Eagles are probably one of the most cherry-picked teams when they have success.
When you have a CEO,
it's the same thing that happened in 2017, 2018. Half of their coaching staff got cherry-picked. Doug got thrown under the bus, and then ultimately ended up getting fired because he wanted to bring his own guys in. So that's one of the problems that happened last year. Shane Steichen, he got cherry-picked. He's not there anymore, and that's half the reason Jalen had success, at least which I believe he had success, because Shane Steichen knew how to call his plays. He knew how to pretty much run his style of
He's been a success wherever he's gone to, Shane Steichen. And that's the big problem with having Nick Sirianni as a CEO style coach. Rob, really appreciate the call. That's one of the big problems with it, because he is going to be this is going to be a team that if they have success on offense, they know it's because of the coordinator, because they know that Nick Sirianni doesn't call the plays. If they have success on defense, they know that it's going to be the coordinator, because they know that he doesn't call the plays. And so when you have these guys have great success in those positions, they're going to be some of the first guys hired. One of the nice things is Vic Fangio has made a point that he does not want to be a head coach.
Yeah,
he is here to be the defensive coordinator. So if he does great, he's not going anywhere else.
We have him for 3-4 years.
He's going to be here.
Yeah.
But Kellen Moore, if he goes out and kicks ass, he's going to be one of the top names for head coach candidate. Mm-hmm. Him, Bobby Slowick, the other Johnson, Ben Johnson out of the Lions. Like, these are going to be guys that are on the short list for a lot of teams. But that's a problem that you're going to see a lot with these head coaches, with CEO style head coaches that don't call plays, because they know who's ultimately responsible for the team's success.
And at that point, we're hoping and praying that one of the bottom tier teams coaching positions, head coach positions, opens up. So at that point, let me throw this one to you, Jake. If you were a successful Kellen Moore, Eagles offensive coordinator, you have a great season, you put it together, and the Panthers, who again go 3 wins on the season, offer you the head coaching job, you want to stay with the Eagles and try to run it back, try to chase a Super Bowl, or are you just going to take that job, try to gamble and build a resume?
He's going to take the job.
He's probably
it's like everybody's dream, like in the coaching NFL, is to get to a head coach job, and they're not going to turn it down just because. And if the Panthers are calling them for a head coaching job, they're ultimately going to be having more than just them offering a job. Most likely, possibly. I mean, if they deserve a head coaching job, they're going to get more than one offer.
In that
vacuum, but not in every scenario.
Would you coach the Panthers, or would you offensive
Would I coach?
I'd
obviously offensive coordinate the Eagles, but that's me. Like, I'd towel boy the Eagles. Like, I was already a paramedic for the Eagles. Not a big deal. Like, it's,
shout out,
not a big deal. Saving lives and doing nothing.
CPR,
of course. Yeah. Anyway, that's going to about wrap it up for us here over at Billy Pistols Basement Saloon. Yeah. Covered a lot. Sixers, obviously, we're hoping for Joel to start hitting practice, ramping it back up. I think Dr. Mesa said it great last night, that they expect him to really take his time in coming back out onto the court and everything, because they want to make sure that he is back to game shape rather than go out there on a serious minute restriction. No, I think they're going to really ramp him up in practice over the next month or so, and then be like, all right, you are ready, and then have some kind of minutes restriction. Yeah. But rather than be like, all right, you're going to play, 10 minutes this game, you're going to play, 12 minutes the next game. No, they're going to have them go real hard at practice for a month or so and then wheel them out there.
Yeah. But hey, everyone, make sure to tune in next Thursday.
Yep.
We're going back to our normal time. Sorry, it was a weird night.
Just doing charity work,
Just
not a big deal.
doing charity work. You talking 215 loves charity. So
That's what we do.
we are back next Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm not going to do the math for our Hawaii friends, but you know when it is. We have more exciting news that we will tease but not talk about. So please join us Thursday, Jake.
Love it. Come on down.